just a quick review of Dr. Pat's Ultrafreeze pain relieving gel. So, what's it for? I mean, why would you consider using something like this? Well, it's mainly if you have, joint pain, or like from arthritis, or you have like sore muscles. Those are some conditions. Well, let's say for instance you have knee arthritis. That's a condition you might want to try this for. Or let's say if you have some muscular pain, like you really overdid it in the gardening over the weekend, or maybe you helped a friend move, you did a lot of lifting, you woke up Monday morning, you're like, oh, my back muscles are killing me. Those are some conditions where you might want to try something like this. So what's in it? I mean, how does this stuff work? Well, anytime you're considering using something like this, you need to ask yourself one question. What are the active ingredients? So what's an active ingredient? Well, it's any ingredient that has a direct biological effect or pharmacological activity in your body. In other words, these are the ingredients in the product that really do the heavy lifting and really make it work. So in the case of Dr. Pat's Ultrafreeze pain relieving gel, that has one active ingredient, and it's menthol. And it's 4% menthol. And how exactly does menthol work? Well, it gives you a cooling sensation that can help stimulate the nerves and helps block the pain. So that's how that works. So the big question is, do you get permanent or temporary relief? Well, I think there's actually some cases, particularly muscular pain, where you might use this a couple times and get permanent relief. So for instance, let's go back to the example, you just overworked your back muscles, and you wake up Monday morning, you got a lot of, painful muscles. Well, when muscles are in pain, sometimes they go into spasm, and so the spasm creates more pain creates more spasm. So what you have going on is this pain, spasm, pain cycle. So I think cases like that, you can put this on once or twice, breaks up that whole cycle so it doesn't keep repeating itself, and then you're pretty much okay. So once or twice, those are things, some of the cases where this might work. Fortunately, a lot of cases are chronic in nature, like knee pain, knee arthritis. Knee arthritis can become a chronic condition. But I think there's actually a way to use this so that you can get long-term relief. But you got to do a couple things. So let's say, you put this stuff on, and it only works for like, an hour or two. You're like, oh boy. Well, here, I think what you need to do is something else that will get you long-term relief, okay? Like, let's say with knee arthritis, knee exercises. We know that if you get your knees stronger, you get some more flexible, it's going to be working better, it's going to be feeling better. But hey, you can't do any exercise right now because your knee hurts so much. Well, what you do is you put this stuff on, and you get some temporary relief. And so that gives you a window of opportunity to do some exercises. So for instance, you might want to consider, if you have knee pain or knee arthritis, doing like some quadricep strengthening exercises. So for instance, the quadriceps muscle is a big muscle on the top of your leg. A lot of research now on knee arthritis and quadriceps muscle, finding that when people have knee arthritis, they have really weak quadriceps muscles. Matter of fact, there's actually a lot of research on other conditions too, like patellofemoral pain syndrome, or just pain in general in your knee. Somehow the quadriceps muscle gets affected. But anyway, you put the gel on, you get the pain down, now you can do these exercises. And so week by week, as your knee gets stronger and gets more flexible, if you do some stretching, it's going to be working better, and you're going to be feeling better. And so week by week, you get better, and then over the long term, you get that permanent relief with the exercise. So anyway, that's a way I think you can use this. Basically, with chronic pain, you need a multi-pronged treatment approach. You need to do several things to get better. So I think this is key in helping that. So yeah, it's a good product, so check it out.